I am Dr. Margie Aiken. I'm a member of the Save Our Chinatown Committee. You've all heard me many times, and I wanted to bring a new voice, Robert Walker. He's a real estate agent. He's been helping us understand the situation with the land swap, and he's also involved in real estate agent committee, and I would like to give my time to him, and he has a speaker card here. So.
Thank you. My name is Robert Walker. I'm the Vice Chair of the Equal Opportunity Cultural Diversity for the National Association of Realtors Local Board, which is IBAR. And basically, what I'm here to say is that what my purpose of on the board is to educate 5,000 realtors right here in Riverside to enable fair housing. And this whole Chinatown location that actually originates from downtown when the Chinese Exclusion Act, where they were relocated to this section, is what we serve on the board to prevent. Excuse me. And so basically, you're relocating basically. So you got to trail tiers from downtown Riverside to over here. So basically, I'm getting nervous here. Sorry. So what I'm saying is that location on Tuskegee, you got the Board of Education, you got the Chinatown right there. What better opportunity to educate people than to have the Board of Education Chinatown right there? Now you're going to put a medical building there and transfer everything for the land swap in Marina Valley, which everybody knows Marina Valley real estate is about half the value compared to Riverside. And also it's going to depend on, since it's like an acre lot, depends on where that's going to be located. If it's going to be back in the corner, it's not going to be, the real estate value is not going to be there. I appreciate it.
I hate to see one of our people get so nervous, but I would like to ask that you extend the amount of time for comments. It's been done before. There's no reason not to do it, and to allow some of the students here to actually speak instead of just holding up a sign. So I respectfully ask that you extend the amount of discussion for this extremely important issue. Extend it by 10 or 15 minutes. What will it kill you? Thank you.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak. I'm Robert Milch. I'm a local community activist. I'm a college instructor at Mount San Jacinto Community College, and very interested in this particular topic. Preceding me, we've had a lot of good expert testimony, and I wouldn't profess to be as expert as those who have spoken before me. However, I would like to make a comment in terms of putting this whole thing into some perspective for you. This morning's press enterprise carried a top story about an action taken by the Board of Supervisors. This, to me, illustrates government in action in the very best way possible. Here, a government body has taken a hold of an issue and has come to a decisive conclusion. You have a similar opportunity here with this issue today. You've heard testimony about the importance of saving this vital and important historic site. I would say that to exchange it in such a way as proposed would be evasive and deceitful and a betrayal of the interest of historic preservation. So I ask you to give serious consideration to these comments and, as is often said, the cliche, do the right thing.
Mr. Michael Dunn.
Thank you. My name is Michael Dunn. I'm pleased to be here speaking before you, our elected officials. I am an emeritus professor at the University of California here in Riverside. I have a 40-year career of involvement in education here in Riverside, another, I don't know, 10 years prior to that at other institutions. I have a lifelong commitment to education. I also have a commitment to ethics. As a biochemist, in my research field, ethics is very important. I'm sure in your fields, in your careers, ethics is also an important issue. Today, you have before you an issue of ethics. It is plain and simple, an issue of ethics for you. Consideration of this land exchange. I urge you to vote against the land exchange proposal at the Chinatown site. It is indeed an issue of ethics. Why am I so interested in this? My wife Linda and I have a racially diverse family, including in that family are Europeans, Chinese, Hispanics, and African Americans. We appreciate that heritage. We would like to see the Riverside community continue to honor its diverse heritages. So you are called upon to make a decision today based, I believe, on an ethical question. We expect you to do the right thing. You are our elected officials. Please show us that you too share the ethics as you consider this situation. Thank you.
Mr. Dennis Lopez.
Good morning, honorable members of the Riverside County Board of Education and Superintendent Young. I am a resident of Riverside. I first moved here in 1983 and stayed 2 years and then returned in 2000, and I've been here ever since. And I've raised my children here. One who has graduated from a school in Riverside, and another still attending the school here in Riverside. The essence of my comments this morning are twofold. First of all, to express my gratitude to this body for activities that you are responsible for, including my son, who had the opportunity to go to the state competition in mock trial. So as a parent, I come to you with that appreciation. I also come to you with the appreciation of the tremendous responsibility that you have and hold as educators and elected officials with the public trust. My comments or my concerns are, particularly as a resident of the city and county of Riverside, I have a deep concern that the County Office of Education act to protect the property owned and or controlled by RCOE, which has been recognized as a historic site by state and federal agencies, and as an archaeological site, the archaeological site of Riverside's historic Chinatown. My request is that the Board of Education act to ensure the archaeological and historic value to the citizens of Riverside and our posterity, and that integrity of that site be maintained through your actions. I learned of the Riverside Chinatown site prior to a public hearing on the issue before the Riverside City Council in 2008. I was appalled when I learned later that several members of the Riverside City Council who failed in a vote to act to protect this site were in fact recipients of donations made by a local developer and campaign donations. As a resident of the city and county of Riverside, I hope that this Riverside County Board of Education members and administration have no such direct conflict of interest. Moreover, I hope that the Riverside County Board of Education and its administration act to protect the Chinatown site and aid in the process of educating the community, the state, and this nation of its importance to the history of our city. Furthermore, I ask that in the interest of public accountability, adherence to laws governing elected officials' conflict of interest, and the respect taxpayers have in Riverside County, in the Riverside County Office of Education, that the RCOE Board and Administration fully disclose to the public your past, present, and future actions regarding the Chinatown site. Thank you.
Good morning. It's hard to follow that. I've been a Riverside resident for 54 years. Went through all my schools here. I have a very deep sense of history in Riverside. Of all people, I'm also an educator, retired after 30 years in the Riverside Unified School District. Of all people in our culture, those involved in education should have a special respect for history, even a reverence for history. Actions so far by RCOE on the Tekeskeet land, known as Chinatown, has been questionable at best. As a longtime Riverside social activist, I am stunned by the lack of sensitivity by the superintendent in this body to the Chinese community in regards to the property in question. I urge you to affirm your support for an opportunity to recognize the important contributions of the Chinese community to Riverside history. Work with other elected bodies, including Riverside City Council and County Board of Supervisors, to preserve this land for future generations in Riverside. Do the right thing. Vote no on this proposal.